abuse. This revelation, among others, was brought to light during the official launch of the National Guidelines for Alcohol and Substance Use Prevention and Management in Basic Education Institutions. The launch was graced by Education Cabinet Secretary George Magoha, among other education stakeholders.
Shops and kiosks around schools have been termed as chief suppliers of drugs and illegal substances to students. The findings have prompted action to close them down, as it came to light that children as young as 11 had engaged in drug abuse. Speaking during the official launch of the National Guidelines for Alcohol and Substance Use Prevention and Management in Basic Education Institutions, Education Cabinet Secretary George Magoha called on guardians to be proper models to the young.
But in our lower educational institutions, it is not enough to say there's 10 or 20 or 30%. Where is the problem from? And I want to submit that the problem is from the home. The problem is from the home. Are we parenting properly? Or is it time that even our colleagues in politics should talk about parenting? For us in education, we should even start training people about parenting again.
Education about alcohol, tobacco and drugs was termed most effective if provided in the broader context of a health education program and delivered in the context of a supportive whole school environment.
Drug situation in secondary schools. The survey showed that 23.4% of the students have ever used alcohol, 17% had ever used miraa, 15.1% had ever used prescription drugs, 14.4% have ever used tobacco, 7.5% have ever used cannabis, 1.2% have ever used heroin.
Knowledge about drugs and drug use is important for informing decisions and attitudes against drug use, with the preventive education being targeted at teachers, non-teaching staff, parents and learners.
But as a practicing physician, I can tell you for sure that a child will not do what you say. A child will do what you do. Say, for example, you are an archbishop and you preach to the child 5 times a day, alcohol is bad, but you take it in the morning and also before you go to bed. What do you think the child is going to do?
The community, inclusive of parents, the Interior, Health and Education Ministries, together with the county governments, will have to collaborate to change the current statistics that put the future of the nation that is in the hands of the youth at risk. Emmanuel Kutosi, KUTV.